Okay, a fair few people are asking for thoughts on Woodgate Warnock. I think it's a decision that's 100% absolutely correct. I've got no axe to grind with Johnny Woodgate. He's a local lad, and I think we all wanted him to do well. Not sure whether he's actually left the club or not. The statement from the club was a bit vague, saying relieved of his duties. We've already had somebody suggest to us that he's still in as part of the club. So we don't know. I mean, that's pure speculation at this point. But you know, we've just put in our worst display of the season. We've got 8 games remaining to try and avoid the drop. Those below us are picking up points. Even the bookies have slashed our odds massively. So they're not always far short of being right. So I think the way things were panning out, we were slipping into League One. And I say that with no pleasure whatsoever. It hurts. So yes, 100% the right decision. Why now? A lot of fans are complaining. Look, Steve Gibson's had 108 days to make this decision. Why has he left it so late? I think the decision is quite obvious. Gibbo's one of the most loyal chairmen that are in the Football League. And he wanted to give Woodgate that chance of the break, that 2.5 months break over the coronavirus period, to probably take stock, think, reassess what he does. And he's given him every possible chance to come back after the break and show there's improvement, there's development there as him as a head coach and in the team, the performance and points gathering. And obviously Swansea was our worst display of the season. So he looked at that and thought, I can't wait any longer. So I don't think the decision or the timing of the decision should bring criticism on Steve Gibson. I think he's loyal. He wanted his man to succeed. We wanted our man to succeed. But it became obvious at the weekend that that wasn't going to happen, so he's pulled the trigger now. So Neil Warnock's coming in. A lot of people don't like the idea of Neil Warnock being here. But I honestly believe he's the right man for the job right now. We're only talking to the end of the season. Now, he's a bit of a Tony Pulis. Old school, organiser, bit of a taskmaster. And let's not forget, the majority of this squad we had under Pulis, and Pulis got us onto the coattails of promotion. So there's talent there. It just needs bringing out. So if we can get an organiser in, it might not be pretty for the 8 games remaining, but if we can get an organiser in, like Warnock, he shores things up, he gives us a formation and a set of tactics which is going to get us points, then we can avoid the drop, because that would be catastrophic for our football club if we were to drop like Sunderland into League One, and look how they've struggled to get back out. So the priority now for the remaining 8 games is to avoid the drop. I think with Warnock we stand a chance, more so than putting a semi-proven manager in there. And the message really is simple. We've got to get behind them. I know we can't be in the Riverside because we're not allowed in there for games, but we just got to keep our fingers crossed and support as best we can. What happens over the shortened summer is a completely different matter. Do I want Warnock long term? I probably don't, because of his style of play and where he comes from. But right now, I think he's the right decision at the right time for the job in hand. Up the borough.